Good afternoon and welcome to DieDragonDie presents the Legends campaign. I'm your DM and host Marty, joined by Adam, John, Ahmed, and Mark. This is episode 40. Let me just unmute the players. Yeah, we started this back in April of last year, and we're almost at a full year. So Thomason, good to see you. I know that Monkey,
welcome, buddy.
Monkey Monk was around here, and then we saw Firefox earlier. Welcome. Good to see you folks out. So yeah, we've got some new panels. So let me just make sure your faces aren't buried.
Oh, Aztec looking?
Yeah, it's actually Greek. The pattern is Greek, but if you see Aztec, sweet. Yeah, cool.
Oh, it's like all fucking pictures are there. That's
and
great.
The little pictures of your tokens are there.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So the token that I'm missing is Mark's new character. And he wanted to change the token that he used for his first game, so I figured that's fine. Let me just add that right now.
I don't like it, Marty. Change it back.
Shut up, Ahmed. Shut up.
Hey, where'd my guy go? Hey! Just random lightning.
He chose a really dangerous looking dude. And I'm adding it right now to the background. So what I did was instead of adding all the images to the Photoshop file, I added them as tokens within XSplit, so that if your characters die, I can easily switch them out. So you're kind of watching me switch this.
Does anybody other than me know who that's a picture of?
Some wrestler dude.
His name is Eddie Hall. That's a painting of him looking like he's supposed to be from like in a movie. He's actually at a strongman competition.
Oh, okay.
This is one of the strongest men on the planet.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, that's Eddie Hall.
Well, after watching him kick Uker's ass in a sparring match at the end of last game,
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I had a handle where I just kicked him a lot and just started kicking him. It's like, get away from me.
Okay, we'll call it a draw with Uker, but still, that's quite a feat. Yep.
Not those mythic werewolves things too, apparently.
Ellie Face, a great question. We hacked up a die roller that is our own to work within our chat. We realized that Twitch chat is essentially an IRC chat, so if you're a technical person, you could probably find an IRC die roller and then plug it into to DieDragonDie. It isn't code that we've shared, and it's not out there. It's kind of our own special sauce. Great question, though. And go ahead and try rolling yourself too. It's got some neat features. So if you want to roll 3 dice and keep the results separate and not add them together, you can go 3 1d6. Or if you wanted to roll all of them together, say you wanted a fireball of love, 10d6. There you go.
That's above average fireball slightly.
Yeah, that it's a well, that's actually right on average. 35.
Oh, I met one of you at TwitchCon. Gave me a d6.
Oh right, yeah. You sat beside me in one of the panels, and I had like my bag had blown up, so I was carrying all of my dice that I bought while I was at TwitchCon. Yeah, and they gave me some extra ones. Cool. You were doing the food stuff. How is that going? You gave me a brownie, I think.
Was it special in any way, shape, or form?
Details of this relationship.
No, we were sitting in a panel.
A little awkward right now. I'm feeling uncomfortable.
I like brownies.
Yeah.
Hey, is Mark? His camera's foobar?
I think Mark is around.
Oh, okay.
Mark was called away by the female.
I'm listening.
Awesome.
I'm just cooking stuff, so I don't want you guys to have to hear all the pots and pans and stuff.
Cooking meth again.
It's not on the stream.
All right, so before we do a recap, why don't we just kind of say how our week's been? I'm fine. I did some DM prep yesterday. I met some cool people online, so it was all cool. Anyone else? How was your week? An important part of pre-gaming is kind of getting all the giggles out before you actually get into
or your
character
game's gonna just be weird and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I discovered my son loves to invent stuff. Like, no, wait, hold on. Like, he'll just take toys and start taping them together. Like, I made a thing! And it doesn't do anything. It's just, like, glued and put stuff together that kind of fits together. So I brought some electronics, like, some batteries, wires, switches, LEDs, little buzzers. And I started teaching him how to, like, what they are and how that stuff. So it's kind of fun. teaching him how to
Just
do
buy him
something
Legos.
useful. He does all that Lego shit.
Oh, okay.
By the way, gentlemen, we do have a very
Are
brief.
you going to do a
thing for
recap for us?
Yes,
Awesome.
we have a recap for next week. We have a recap for not last
week.
Last week.
John,
Work was. Oh, John, you go.
Adam.
I
Connects.
now have a security system in my house and a set of defensive implements because this fucking place is dangerous.
Kent,
But-
Washington? Is that?
Yeah, it is, apparently. Apparently there's like a lot of burglaries around here. And assaults and muggings and other fun stuff. Not very
should
many
put a
murders, which is
picture.
nice.
Put a picture of yourself like on the door and say, "My height is this." 7 foot to 8 foot something. Say enter at your own your own description. There you go. It's my security system right there.
Or just lie, like you've got a two-headed dog who guards the gates of hell or something like that. You know.
This thing only does tricks.
Warning: two-headed dogs.
You might not want to go too
Beware of
highbrow.
lion.
Cerberus is here. It's like, what, who?
Lay down all hope, ye who enter here.
Warning, snakes. Thousands of
Motherfucking snakes in my motherfucking apartment. Strive to be the weirdest place a burglar could enter. Ooh,
Right, exactly.
some carnival freak show. Adam, how was your week, man?
Work was ridiculous, and D&D is awesome. Happy Chinese New Year to everyone. It's the year of the cat.
I mean,
Is it the year of the crow or the year of the
Well,
chicken
yeah,
or
the
something like
cat.
that? The cat.
Um,
Oh, the cat. I thought you said cat.
Hey, buddy, it's your birthday.
yeah, and I don't know. We had a good session on Wednesday, and then work sucked for 2 days real hard, and now we're here.
Yeah, we're talking about Demon Watch. We do Demon Watch kind of ad hoc through the week. We're on episode 15 of that one, and then Legends is always our Saturday game. And Mark, you're a couch right now, or you're a man cooking. How was your week, man? Awkward silence. Sucked. Awesome.
I was up at 4 this morning to go to work, so.
Ah.
Is it another one of those seal yourself in the break room?
No.
That doesn't happen ever. Remember,
No,
John.
Okay.
I missed work yesterday for a funeral, and now I had to go in today to make up the time. So.
Oh, sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Why don't I do a quick recap of the last game, and then that might make more sense when Ahmed does his story time recap.
Just for everybody else being everybody in the industry, or not on the stream, but the players, I'm dumping a big chunk of cash into your character sheets in the treasure section. Try to spend it, or try to find a way to spend it, or figure out what the hell you're going to do with it.
Yes.
There's a
Horse
share
for
for the
everybody.
there's a share for the ship, and there's a share for the king.
More magical horses.
Where is the share for the ship showing up?
So episode 39 was called Betrayal. The heroes of Aegis discover that one of their companions offered the prince as a sacrifice to the Norns. Lemio tries to save the prince, but fears the wrath of the Norns and turns back before entering their cave. After dealing with the traitor, they fly back to Yggdrasil and Vosgard, basically leaving Remy Ney, one of the PCs,
Deal
behind.
with the traitor, because I don't think we actually did anything.
Well,
We left him.
I think you scared him away, and then you left him stranded in the outer planes.
Served.
And this was the weirdest character death that I think I've experienced ever in all my years of role-playing games. Was the party decided enough of this shit and abandoned the dude.
You did what?
You did what to who?
Right.
That's the fucking king's son. That's what prince
which
means.
is like it's almost worse than death, right? If it was like the middle of a desert or whatever.
kicked me out.
Yeah, they kind of kicked him out.
you all!
So, Ellieface, Foxfire.
I hear that, but I
Thompson,
can't remember who's
Everyone
saying.
welcome, Sir Thompson, especially. What's going on, man?
Altagar.
That's the worst part, is they may not remember they even did it.
His character's got this power
Yeah,
where
it's
he's
true.
kind of like a face in the crowd and eventually forget that you
Excuse me.
ever talked to him. So it's kind of like this, like a few years from now it might be, who the hell's that? Altagar, a powerful half-giant, half-dwarf warrior, meets the heroes with tales of a remote giant temple. Did he mention Morfar? Did you mention the person who told you about this place?
Yes, he
Okay.
did. He said to us that he mentioned that there's a place up there where there's a giant's thing, and
He mentioned that this might be a place where Morfar believes that you could understand why the giants started going kind of crazy about 300 years ago, why they're sort of like gearing up for war, and there have been waves of giant attacks on other sentients within the multiverse. Strange that this place would be on Vosgard itself, and he seemed pretty interested in that. You also know that that guarding this temple called the Eye of Annam is an ice linnorm, and I think the party hatched a plan, at least in their heads, and let me know if I got this wrong. You're gonna go kill the ice linnorm and bring it before the king as a apology for losing his son via sacrifice to the Norns.
Well, except for not
the...
using the word sacrifice. The word sacrifice.
it's training. As far as we know, it's training.
Got it.
The word sacrifice doesn't show up in the statement.
Hey, we made your world a little bit safer. Here's a Norn head. Sorry about your son, eh? You know, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. Condolences.
Yep. The A at the end is like +2 circumstance bonus to diplomacy
Gallus
because you
uses
sound
his
Canadian.
display of charisma to go, he's totally killing
squeezy.
Blow before dying?
I'm Paladin, not gonna happen.
Okay. Oh, I gotta add Altagar's token to Mark's.
Team player, Paladin, be a team player.
Marty?
Yep.
I want to know what is the expected rate for your crewmates? Where would I find that out? Like, would I just go to like what's expected? You know, how would Lemmy know this?
Give them 1,000 gold pieces each for them or their families. It's a good, or whatever.
It's most of the gold.
You don't have that many guys. Only 6 came back.
Yes, but the others that died under my command is going to
You should
families.
give money to their families.
Yes.
Hazard pay.
It's a great question. You don't know what they should get. Are you going to ask them? So basically, to set the stage, they've returned back home after
Only we
using
had someone
a
who-
flying dragon
Ooh.
boat to raid along Yggdrasil, stealing some money from hill giants,
Is it a good time to actually do the?
and stealing
Yeah,
and,
it's about
and stealing
recap.
Queen Grenseldic's dowry that she was collecting through raiding other places. And she looked like she wanted to give the dowry to whom? Did you guys figure that out? I think you did.
Yeah, it's
to,
road. What's his name?
to Volstis, a powerful storm giant that apparently is raising a massive army of like multiverse titanic proportions. But apparently Queen Grenseldic, a hill giant, was collecting a dowry.
We did that.
Yeah, you stole her dowry.
That was nice.
and then killed her daughter, Chief Ga.
You say these things in ways that make them sound far more
Sinister.
sinister. Yeah, sinister is a good word. Than they actually are. I mean, mostly misunderstandings, really.
I'm just reporting.
Fake news.
Just
you
the
fake
facts,
news.
man.
These are the alternative facts.
Okay, so the Azure Temp. No.
So you guys have landed in Dvergholm. You have a lot of money that you're figuring out what you wanted to do with, and well, what are you doing with it?
It's time for a recap first.
Oh yeah, sorry. Ahmed, you had a recap. Go ahead. Ahmed does these drawings. Knock knock.
The first thing is a tree dogs. Where we
Right, when you
use
use
treants
treants,
to. And then we went
Her on the back.
into something that you will translate. It's a maze. Plus the mind. Plus the it's a maze. Mind fuck. Later we meet a fucking bird. Da, da, da.
Quack.
Oh, right, you.
Quack, quack, Odin. Quack, 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 quack.
So yeah, they met one of Odin's ravens.
That is a male competition. Da, 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 da.
This is Uker and Altagar. Same size.
No, this is Lemmy and Lemmy and
Oh, Lemmy and
Galeth.
Galeth.
Lemmy was
Same
attacked by
size,
Galeth. This is
Yeah,
I think what he's
same
laboring on.
size. You want to know what those things are? They have no pants, and that's not a third leg. Da, 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 da. That's measuring. Da, 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 da,
We're gonna have to
da.
change the rating of our channel.
And then there's a head.
I think stickmen are okay. I think stickmen are okay.
Yeah.
F you.
Dear witches.
And then the letter for the witches. Da, 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 da. Dear witches, fuck you.
We are
Da, da, da.
a-holes.
We are.
We are assholes. Da, da, da.
Who's killing us?
Please kill us very slowly. Da, da, da. Then
It was a
we
weird game
pray.
last game, wasn't it?
And then we go back to the mindfuck. Da, 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 da. So we had to get to the witch's place, and we had to go through a weird maze. And then we've got
Oh, shit, there's
move. Yeah, there's more.
Always
I
must
this
have
thing
taken the
down.
off sick from work.
Yeah, I was
He's
sick.
doing it at work, and he
This
thinks
is
people
a
think he's insane.
switcheroony. Da, 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 da. Legends 2.0. Da, da. That's a guy flicking a character. Da, 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 da. Legends 3.0. Da, 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 da,
Oh, is that Mark switching characters?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's Villains 2.0. Da, 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 da.
Oh,
Da,
fuck.
da, 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 da. Because now those are two characters that Mark is gonna fuck us with. Da, da, da.
So Mark is blamed as to populating the game world with his former characters now turned villains.
Play your
I'm not looking
character
forward to when this
commentary.
giant turns
Da,
into
da,
a
da,
bump.
da,
Okay,
da,
Lemmy has
da, da, da.
not, or Remy has not turned into a villain.
You
He's
sacrificed a
neutral.
prince.
He's just
For-
a neutral
for a
PC
shiny
who's
apple.
got too fond of the party.
This is what this is saying. So we're gonna fuck those guys up, huh?
Okay.
That's look. He's
I
got
like the drawing of
fangs and
vampire missile.
I-
It's actually really
is this?
everything.
Is there more, or? we're gonna-
That was it. So I ran out of time.
Okay, good. All
half
right.
an hour.
We got a week. Come on.
I only got a week to build these things.
Y'all.
South Park is done in a week. Come on.
Burn.
Okay, so there is a considerable amount of money from the horde. Now, remember that the king did send you out there with basically 150,000 gold piece debt that you have to pay back in exchange for using the great dragon-headed boat that can fly. And then you also sent the prince along with. He sent his only son or remaining son along with you to get trained, and then you
You
left
could have more sons, right?
left the prince behind.
He didn't say only son at any point. He just said son.
Well, you guys can make knowledge or nobility checks if you'd like to know.
I have no
Lemmy doesn't
idea.
want to know. I don't want to confirm my suspicion.
Okay, so you guys are in Dvergholm at this point in time, which is Lokrik's seat of power. Lokrik being the king dwarf that hangs out with you guys, and
Who shods my shoes, defense out of my armor.
they put the finishing touches on the replacement leg for Galeth, and Oberon is happy that you guys have returned, although Oberon is still kind of broken. He's way too nice.
Well, we give him a giant whack of cash.
Okay.
He gets a
Yeah.
share. So the money
Mm.
gets split equal parts. Party members, including Altagar, because he needs to gear up, as well as the king and the boat.
Oh, the king gets a share, and then the boat gets a share.
Yep.
Okay, is that listed somewhere?
Yeah, the boat. Yeah, they've all been separated. There's a big chunk of cash in the tribute for the king, and there's a big chunk of cash in the cargo on the boat right now.
Okay. If you're done with dividing that wealth, can you just put a bunch of line throughs through it?
I will.
Thank you.
It's all added, right? All I had to take was that top number and go,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
you've pasted the number on everyone's character sheet.
Everybody's character sheet has it.
Okay.
It's 17 grand plus blah.
Lokrik suggests maybe we should manage what exactly Altagar gets. I don't want him just leaving with money.
He needs something to protect his mind. Let's just check out, see what Altagar is equipped with.
Quick question, Adam. Where is the king's money?
He needs a better resistance item and
Yeah.
a better deflection bonus to start with.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's Altagar's token right there.
So, Uker's pointing at the Amulet of Mighty Fists +1, the Ring of Protection +1, and the Cloak of Resistance +2. All of these are wrong.
Nope. Double nope.
Exactly. No, and no. So,
Is there something, says Oberon, is there something that I can help with? I know I just finished crafting a bunch of things for you, and then when you returned, I helped with Gallet's legs so that he could walk. But I would be very happy to return to my workbench if there's something specific that you require. He looks exhausted from his crafting, but he's still offering to do things for you. He's like a carpet you walk on.
and my dog upstairs is
Give me
just
some
going
coffee,
nuts. What's that?
Okay.
Oberon is.
Does anybody know? Does the captain have a different share? Sorry, not the captain. The kings. The king have a different share, or is it coming out of the boat?
No. The king.
No, the king doesn't get a share.
The king gets an equal share.
We need to
is
kill
that
this
already
king.
removed? Does he have a
Well,
17,000?
We have that artifact is supposed to clear away 100,000 gold piece debt. We have 150,000 gold piece debt with the king, so we still need to come up with 50 grand.
Actually, Remy had suggested that perhaps Morfar could make it worth 150. But
We don't know that.
Yeah.
well, Remy
don't know
said
that.
but
And
whether
at
you
this
trust
point,
him or not is yeah.
we're,
exactly.
At this point, we're I don't know how many tens of thousands of gold pieces of Prince worth, because I think we might be down a bit. It's 100 grand.
But take it pretty easy. It couldn't have been worth that much.
If you guys want to take some time to help Altagar out with gear, I'm willing to let that time sort of pass. Just tell me how many thousands of gold pieces he needs. This is not. I really don't want to enter downtime. I want to get to something fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So the
let's
cloak of
just get this going
resistance.
quick.
We need the cloak of resistance to be at least a +3. We need the deflection bonus to be at least a +2, and we need Amulet of Mighty Fists to be preferably a +3. So let's see how much that'll cost.
That will cost a fortune.
We have a fortune.
Politics might be one way of doing it. So Lokrik actually serves the High King, and he's the king of a smaller fiefdom. They accidentally started taking over a territory next to theirs. You'd have to go back in one of the episodes to see that. The king basically said, I'm okay with that, only if you load up your heroes in this crazy flying boat that we've started crafting and go raiding on my behalf. And basically, a lot of times when you got land or favors from medieval kings, it came along with, oh, and by the way, you get to manage this land, but you owe me this number in taxes per year, per annum. So it was kind of like they were conscripted under the threat of possible invasion to go and do great things on behalf of this Nordic style raiding king. So good question.
Some sort of combination of voluntold and delegation.
Yeah, obla told.
Okay,
Adam?
so I think we can, if we utilize Oberon's help, we could go to a Amulet of Mighty Fists +3 and a Cloak of Resistance +3.
How many thousands of gold pieces is this total package that you're preparing?
That looks like 18.5, which is a little more than he has.
Is it all Oberon doing the work?
Well, see, that's the thing.
If Lokrit got some of his subjects
Does-
to help out,
Does Lokrik have anybody with Craft Wonders item? Answers
LS
yes.
Laklan is
Yep.
one
So
of the
LS
subjects.
Laklan can do either of those items.
Okay.
They're both easy. That's not the
So
difficulty.
we'll say we'll say that 10 days goes by. You rest up at Dvergholm after your big raid on Yggdrasil. You get to know Altagar a little bit. What does Altagar do in this 10 days while he's back home for the first time in years?
He visits family and trains and see if the new king, who might be his buddy, helps out. Wants to
Yeah,
needs any help or anything.
yeah. So Lokrik actually spreads out a map. Where did you say this Eye of Annam is? And let me change the file to the world map.
I'm gonna start map tools because I'm just yeah.
So here's Vosgard. Oops. The world that you guys are on. Here is
There's a few too many Icelandic warriors on that boat.
Here's Dvergholm. Here's where the seat of the king is, because we were talking about him way the hell down here. And then Yggdrasil, the connection to the Great World Tree over here. You remember this, like you would have had a hard time pointing at a map were it not on sort of an isolated island off to the side. The isle where the Eye of Annam is the Isle of Cadglod, and the Eye of Annam is nestled in the only mountain range on that island. It's it's across the Icewater Sea.
Oh, he points to it. It's way up there.
Lokrik furrows his brow a little bit. Are you sure?
Yeah, I am. It's the only little island it was on a mind map too that he showed me.
We'll say that the rest of the main players are around when he's pointing this out.
So
There's something
big swim.
There's something that dwarves learned shortly after we settled in this land. Notice that there are not a lot of cities along this coast. This coast does not belong to men or dwarves. It is Frost Giants' territory. According to the legends, before the Ordning, the Frost Giants were very prolific, dominating that region. While they may have been in decline, it's still dangerous. This Isle of Cadglod, I remember hearing some stories about it. Given that Lokrik is your bard, he spends some time in the library and meets with you guys maybe a few days later. I'm going to roll a bardic knowledge check. Is anyone helping Lokrik do research about the Isle of Cadglod?
What is it called?
Yeah, that's kind of the question. I will help. This is about. We're trying to research about the linnorm, right?
Are you didn't Oberon already give you the answers?
Oberon gave us everything about the linnorm.
Yeah. The linnorm's name is.
Guys, I'm gonna
He
disconnect.
gave us
and
the
reconnect
Learner's name,
again.
told us he was left-handed.
Well, yeah,
that's
he rolled
crap.
like a 50. He rolled a d20 and got 50 with all his modifiers. So yeah, he told you that Vintergol, the Ice Linnorm, guards the Eye of Annam, a temple of the Allfather of Giant Kind. He considers the area around the temple his own territory, even though it may belong to, technically, giants. You know that Vintergol is a particularly large Ice Linnorm. He might be a little more powerful than that. And he also will say that in the time that he spent, he thinks that Vintergol, probably one of the main battles that people knew about Vintergol was that there was a holy warrior named Lost to History that used a blade to summon an angel to fight Vintergol, and Vintergol defeated them both. So Oberon actually,
Angel.
picked through some of the library at Dvergholm, and he's kind of looking at Sir Galeth when he's talking about angel blades and that sort of thing. I did not get the name of the knight that died against Vintergol, but I did get the name of the blade. It is called Vargleen.
Vargleen?
Perhaps we shall find this in the hall of Vintergol. Should we go there and face the dreaded linnorm? Should we be victorious?
Fifth Memoria, what do you know about a angelic blade, Vargleen?
Oh yeah, you're talking to your angel helm, which is basically the helm that was worn by this powerful angel before that has kind of collected his memories and is really the only bit of essence left as the angel. So you're asking the fifth. I remember the name. Vargleam. Vargleam is a planetar. He liked helping those people on the Prime, but only if they were powerful enough to cast proper spells to bring him here. Vargleam is the name of his sword. His sword helps in his summoning.
Very good, thank you. I wrote that down on my list of things that the angel knows.
Sure. We'll consider that your hat's use of its commune.
Okay, sure.
I think it communes once per week or something like that. So it actually.
I'm not sure. I don't have the stat block for that creature.
Okay. All right. He seemed to be recalling the information, and then he may have been talking to Heaven to get that information.
Cool. Okay.
Lokra comes back, and then it's knowledge local Vosgard, I believe. He's got a plus 11. He's going to use his Bardic Knowledge Lore Master once per day to roll a 20 automatically, so that's 31. Are there any aids? The library will give him an aid of plus 2, so that's 33.
I don't have that skill to aid with. I don't know about here.
Actually, Oberon auto aids, so that's 35. Oberon's been picking up lore since he's been here. We should be careful when we go to this Isle of Cadglod, says Lokrik. Not only is it the lair of a ice linnorm, but it is the isle itself. While the Temple of Annam is ancient, more recent in history, the isle itself was under the territory of a great and terrible frost giant king. The isle is named after the king, or, as they call it, a Dod. Dod Cadglod was a great frost giant king. This is before, around the time when we arrived here on Vosgard. It was around the time that this ordning broke, and Cadglod had achieved enough power to threaten Thrym himself. Thrym being the great frost giant god of war, cold, and chaos. While Thrym enjoyed having a great and powerful servant, he did not enjoy the fact that Cadglod, it is written, threatened the power of divinity of the gods himself. Ah, yes. I helped Lokrik with some of his research as well. I did give mention that Thrym had spoke to Golscap, Odin's less than stellar raven companion, the Raven of Madness, and the two of them worked to undo Cadglod's schemes. They say that the Isle of Cadglod, the snows and ice of Cadglod, still house the cursed warriors of Cadglod, and that Thrym and Galscap worked together to undo Cadglod's ceremony to steal a portion of divinity from the dwarven gods, or from the giant gods. That Cadglod still dwells as Lord of the Avalanche under the snows of that isle, and his warriors, they grasp and pull you under.
This is not a good thing.
No. If there is a power there on the Isle, it explains why menfolk from Vosgard have not gone there. Or do not go there often.
Sounds like it will be a slippery place, very hard to move.
Slippery. I see what you did there, Uka. That is a wonderful joke, says Oberon.
Oh,
No one is laughing, but he's trying to make you feel better about yourself.
that, thanks. Not,
Did Morfar speak of any of these giants to you? These frost giants?
He mentioned
Lycan.
might have been a Frost Giant Kingdom. The way he was talking didn't sound like it was either. Not sure. Maybe they weren't a threat, or they weren't there no more. I don't know.
Well, a pleasant place to be in our backyard, says Lokrik, as he taps on his pipe and empties it.
so you have big giant land here, and nobody told me. So disappointed.
The giants have not raided Volsgard in some time. In fact, we encountered more giants leaving Volsgard, we being my people when we first arrived here via Yggdrasil. That was a time when great armies of giants marched. You guys know through your travels that giants have, like, wandered through the Great Elder Forest enough that they've created a big road. So, they apparently kind of all came down this way and headed into Yggdrasil. There may still be some left. We should expect frost giants, and worse. And he's pointing at some of the tablets and stories that he's collected.
We pull out the tome of giant kind thing. There's our artifact list.
Yep.
What the hell? Am I derping it up? I might be derping it up. Yes, I am.
Party pages.
It's I was looking in journals. It should be the Lexicon of Giant Kind. I think
Okay,
Frost is one
That
of
shit is still in. We have that. That's fucking. It's in our.
So the
party
Lexicon
journal
of
treasure.
Giant Kind, simply touching this collection provides a +5 competence bonus to identify and determine the monster traits of giants. It does have a special power. You guys have never really studied the book.
No, we haven't. Well, we want to know about frost giants. I want to know about frost giants.
Okay.
So,
Does it give like a competence bonus to attacks or anything against giants? That'd be cool.
Give me
Giants, how to kill them.
give me a knowledge nature roll with a +10 as you're studying the book about frost giants.
aha!
Alrighty.
All right.
So what's the power?
It's an artifact, and you guys don't have a way of identifying it.
Oh.
Jersey Shore.
Just walk around all the time and just
33 knowledge nature for
Hold the book out,
identifying
everybody.
Okay. Frost
Oh.
giants are basically
23.
picture large blue-skinned Vosgardian warriors. They are immune to ice. They're vulnerable to fire. They've got rock throwing and rock catching powers. They're strong. Predilection to axes. They're basically like Voslandic warriors on giant steroids.
They're big, frosty Viking men.
Yep.
Are they inherently natured towards a
No,
thing?
no. The frost. Well, that's actually a separate role. I guess the racial alignment would be noted by this.
I don't know.
Chaotic
What
evil.
is the temperament of these massive creatures?
These things are likely to skin you alive and eat you, or
Okay.
yeah.
That's the thing. That's what.
Adam, your head looks like
They're known for
you
their
know that
charity.
meme where you're like
Taking care of
dude in
orphans.
his nose over the wall.
Sorry, I will adjust my camera. Oh, am I nice and there? You know, just the
Lower.
nose.
It could be my new panel too. Give me a second.
I was sitting low in my frame.
There you go. There's that beautiful mug.
Wow.
I mean, in a real manly way.
Do you want me to leave you guys alone? Actually, no, not on my stream.
Turn it off. Getting kicked off.
Like and Dragon, man, how's it going?
Yeah, he's here.
Two cats fighting outside. It literally sounds like an episode of Jersey Shore. Funny.
And that's the guys fighting.
Okay.
Oh.
So did you spend Altagar's cash and put the new items on a sheet?
The items are there to be updated. I will subtract the cash.
I will take care of the updating. Marty,
Okay.
Okay. During
I
this
looked at. Sorry.
during this time, Uker's time of the month happens, where he has
Yep.
to fight off mythic lycanthropy. Do you want to roll 3 control checks? You're in Dvergholm. They have a vault here in Dvergholm where they lock Uker away for 3 days, and he can't tunnel through stone, so he's basically sequestered from the rest of.
I must be cured. There's
Okay.
no question about it. There's a cure. The cure is more cowbell. Apparently, we're okay.
Awesome.
So you guys did research on the Isle of Cadglod.
Marty, if there's a lot of downtime, Lemmy's gonna be gone for a while.
No, we asked you. No, you're helping with selling.
I'm
and
like, I'm
buying,
not-
and
Oh, okay.
you can do one thing. What one thing do you want to be?
That's fine. Lemmy, I want to buy stuff for the guys. That's what I want.
Which guys?
He wants to commission a large amount of crafting for his crew.
I think that's a downtime thing.
Well, telling a guy to do it, and then
Oh,
So
right.
if it's minor stuff,
It's minor rings, like
okay.
Ring of Featherfall.
You're paying market cost for this, right?
That's
You
mean, Adam.
Game of Thrones music into mocking.
No, you can't say what it is.
You know what? That's fine. We'll pay
Call it
the dead their money
Medieval
later.
tune.
Right.
Marty, that's fine. So yeah, if I
Parody
can
tune.
give each of the guys, I'll give each of the guys what will round up to almost 1,000 each, and I'll give them a ring of Featherfall each.
Each of the 6 guys that survived.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay. Make sure we'll say that in the 10 days you could have bought that stuff. Make sure that you subtract the coin and add that to.
So the reason he's
particular
buying
sheets.
them rings of Featherfall is because last episode or previous episode, we
They
dive
died.
bombed the boat during a storm.
he chose to do a barrel roll.
and
He
died.
basically heard, "Do a barrel roll, do a barrel roll." He's like, "I'll do a barrel roll."
All right.
So the ring of Featherfall is
And those are the dudes falling to their glorious deaths.
Yeah, that was
Times. All right, there you go. And that's why we have this library.
Okay.
Yeah.
During the downtime, just some news about what is happening in the world does reach Dvergholm. Apparently, the king of Hjalmark has been deposed.
Uh-oh.
Wait, where's that?
That's Remy at work.
Remy?
He just set that into motion. That's all. He didn't have anything to do with it, really.
Thanks for starting the war. All you did was assassinate an ambassador. That's all you did.
I did
Everything
nothing
after that point
Nothing
was
of the sort.
And then the
Oh, dear.
hero, what was his name? Trod?
Trod.
Trud.
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 It's
Um,
an awesome name.
the hero Captain Trud has assumed kingship of the kingdom
Fair.
Awesome.
after having defeated the king of Hjolmark in one-on-one combat.
All right. In case anybody's wondering, if you
That
guys
was the
turn into
guy
a
that
bunch
we
of
kicked the
wusses,
fuck
that's where
out.
Uker's going. He's going to walk over there.
Mike!
I go, you sound metal.
Apparently, the whole stealing of stuff and the insulting that happened was enough to warrant.
Yep.
Yeah, there were some.
That guy should not have had that knife. That's all. That's all.
He
should
really
not
shouldn't have stole
taken-
that knife, should he?
That's right. That's what happens when you steal. Bad things happen.
There are consequences for your decisions. Not consequences you have to personally pay, mind you, but
Well, no, that would be bad.
whatever.
We're going to be, it'll be like 20 sessions down the road and we're still going to be going, Remy!
Not your fault. We're gonna find out that Remy died at the end of that episode because the merchant shaved him or something.
Lukrick's not sure what to make of it, but you guys do catch the news.
Uker shrugs. Uker likes Trud. Uker thinks Trud's kind of cool.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He deserves kingdom.
And he smacks the table.
Trud is also, or King Trud is also the only other one that we know that has a flying dragon boat.
Maybe he gives captainship to new guy.
Perhaps. Or perhaps as I do, I leave the management of my kingdom to others so that I can travel with my heroic friends.
I think Trud Court would have very direct way to solve problem.
Hjolmark is a rich kingdom. It controls all the trade throughout the straits. And all the raiding to the southern lands of Osgard.
Trud probably not good merchant king.
No, but anyone who's the king of Hjolmark likely is now a very wealthy man. Assuming that's why he did it. And Lokrik stops for a moment and strokes his beard in thought. As
I
beard
probably
growers
did it
do,
because
we
he is
touch our
afraid
beards.
of Linnorm.
Well, he lost his wizard against that linnorm. Pardon me, says Oberon.
Don't worry, that's other Linnorm.
Wrong Linnorm.
Altagar, how is your new equipment working?
Oh, it's real nice, I guess. I haven't really used it, so I mean, I punched a few walls and stuff, and you know they crack, but it's not the same as punching a person, you know.
Good to hear.
Don't get that same meaty thud, you know that.
He's talking about punching your lights out.
My lights are still on.
Right. He was trying. He's looking for he's trying to blow out your candle.
You should try this one.
3 foot Lemmy's just hopping around. Like a boxer.
Uker gives you an extract of, it's a combined shield and long arms, because AOO guys should have even longer reach.
Yeah, I switched Titan Strike because the app I was using for Mythic feats, under the little chart, it shows Unarmed Strike as the prereq, but I looked it up. Yeah, you're right. It's Mythic, so
Okay.
There was a boo-boo.
yeah. So I switched it to Mythic Combat Reflexes, which is.
Yeah.
But
On the Wraith like Mythics is
But on the
awesome.
downside, he does significantly less damage, but that's all right because he'll make up for it in quantity.
So yeah, basically,
Especially with
as
your
long
villain
as
that's retarded.
as long as you're with Uker, I'm just going to put a little note on my extract list saying Altagar has this one.
Okay. Also, news is that future pilgrimages to Ansa Rapsala have been cancelled for a indeterminate amount of time.
Yeah, we probably need to fix that.
Do the vampire outbreak?
No. This is good. See, if they can't do the pilgrimage, the internal pressure for the influence of that religion lowers, and then we can institute our own.
Oh, okay, so it's all good.
But
And then
Thor
some-
is awesome.
And then some regional news that very large packs of wolves have been spotted moving north through the Vales of the Wolf.
We did
Don't mind that. These are not the droids you're looking for. Later we might fight wolves like they were Tyranids, and that would be awesome too.
Oh my god.
In fact, that sounds really, really awesome.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to do it, but it
Uker
sounds great.
suspects that these are because of his actions.
When Uker hears this news, he goes, ooh, and then he goes,
Okay. Lokrik, during the 10 days while doing a bit of researching, is also bothered a lot by Droda, who's got a bunch of things for him to sign and stamp and approve and make decisions for. Lokrik looks like he's about ready to leave on the boat. The dwarves of Dvergholm have set up sort of a winch that drops down sheep and goats to feed the dragon head when the boat is actually resting in the water, so they don't have to go near the dragon head.
oh.
Don't blame them.
Also, when you needed Oberon, we want to get that the snake thing that we killed. Its scales has the effect of being under non-detection.
Okay.
Yeah, we need him to have a think on that. I don't know if we have time to do it.
So
No.
Oberon finished crafting the bunch of stuff that you did. You left your wizard at home for adventuring. Then you returned and he recrafted Gallus' leg. And then new guy showed up and he crafted a bunch of items for Altagar.
Guy. I feel bad.
Oberon's looking a
asshole.
little bit exhausted as they're trying on the last item for Altagar.
Yeah.
Lokrik looks like he wants to leave. Like apparently politics, he's had enough of it after spending 10 days at home. He wants to be on the road or in the skies again.
So why don't we ready to go? Punch linnorm in the soft, gooey linnorm bit.
I think so.
Oberon, this one has spike too, yeah?
Pardon me, Uka. What is it that you require? He comes up to you and he listens very closely to you speak.
The frost guy, the winter linnorm. Do they also have the spikes where when I hit them it hurts my hand?
Spikes that hurt your hand.
Yes.
If you're close, do their spikes shoot out and damage?
No. When I was biting it, I would get face full of prickles.
I don't recall spikes that hurt you when you punch it. I'm not too sure if the law is described in such a way.
Okay. Do keyword search for in your big brain. Okay.
I'm just debating whether or not polearm is the right type of thing to use.
Does everybody have a good coat?
Nope.
Okay. Good. We use magic.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Hold on. I'll leave tomorrow.
Does crew have good coats?
He's magic. Calm down. Actually, that's fine. Take me a mythic point to do all of that. Done. 1 mythic point to do all of that.
Are we taking the boat?
Right? Yeah.
I assume so.
It's quite far to get there.
I mean, we could walk. I think. How big is this water?
He's pointing at the map.
It's sea. The
Okay,
island is...
it is 9 times 12, 100 something miles. So that would take me 2 days to swim if I try real hard. So
Not all of us are swimmers like you.
We're taking the boat. Like, the Tempest is going to take to the sky soon. Just calm yourselves.
okay. So, but real question.
Who's going to actually fight the dragon? That's the question.
Yeah.
Because I need to prepare.
Yeah. It is going to make it very cold, and we don't want to be frozen to deathing.
Right. I can get you the same thing I pulled off last time, or I can get those. There's two different types of spells that protect you. There's the one called resist energy, and the other one will protection. I can give you both. I can give you both of those spells. It's gonna eat up. It's eating up a lot of my.
What do you mean? Who's gonna fight the dragon?
I can prepare I can prepare us. Let's say the 6 of us.
The Heroes of Aegis and Altagar will fight the dragon.
Right. So.
But if we take the ship, we require a larger crew.
Right.
Yes.
But not everyone's gonna fight the dragon.
They will bring us to dragon, and then we will use spell to, and then they crash. That's bad.
We get close to where we know the dragon is. We scout ahead, find out its location, get the ship into a safe area, and then we go and fight the dragon.
Oberon's like,
Yeah.
It's a problem, Oberon.
don't mind me.
Are we making a mistake?
I'm not sure, but dragons tend to have very large territories. I don't know which would be faster, the dragon or the ship.
The
assume
last
dragon.
ones we saw were big and... Were they clumsy or were they big? I don't remember.
I'm not sure. I know the Tempest. It cruises at around 120 feet. It's faster than a crow. About an eagle. It flies as fast as an eagle can.
Oh,
this will be fun.
okay.
Yeah, this is your first trip, right? You enjoy it.
How about we take Tempest to Coast? And then from Coast, use Lemmy scouting
The island's
to
not
see
very big.
island.
If you were sitting on top of a mountain top, you should be able to see most of the island.
So why don't we go high over here to Sea Island, and then use spell to go from here to here, where boat doesn't have to be place where dragon can see boat, then covet boat, then crash into boat, then down the boat goes.
Perhaps there's another way for us to get there.
We could teleport.
Are you able to... Well, yes. I suppose we could attempt a wild teleport, although we might end up in some other frigid domain.
Plane shift?
That might land us in the water or in the far frigid, unending north.
Sounds very manly.
What are you thinking of,
Do you
Ron?
know wind walk, Lemia?
Not yet, my friend.
Oberon just kind of stares off into space a little bit.
Soon. Soon.
Once we level Oberon, once we level.
This is why we're gonna. This is why we're going to kill the dragon to get back.
What is the teleport failure for not having visited a thing?
Well, no. Well, I'm not gonna do that. Lemmy's
I
gonna
think-
go over there.
Yeah.
Lemmy's
I
gonna
think-
go over there, study it, and then chill, and then jump back, and then. bring
Not
it
even,
over.
like, we just have to see it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So Lemmy wants to go and take a look at it for himself.